Mobile supply chain visibility. Well, joining us to speak about that today is Steve Hensley, CEO of bluesky Technologies. Steve, welcome.
Russell, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Steve, let's talk about the mobilization of supply chain visibility. Let's talk about that and business intelligence.
Sure, happy to do so. First off, Russell, supply chain visibility is all about pointing out everything that's going wrong in someone's supply chain as it's occurring so they can actually do something about it. So let me give you an example of that. So many times as warehouses are flowing and performance of the associates is not where it should be, products not flowing through, what usually happens, or in kind of the in the previous life, what happens is the companies wouldn't see anything or know about this until they got a report the next Wednesday morning, and they got an Excel spreadsheet and said, boy, that was a really bad week. And then they throw that in the recycle bin and life goes on. With supply chain visibility and with the real-time supply chain visibility, it's all about being able to tell you this is going on right now in your warehouse, with your transportation fleet, with the operations, so that everyone can do things about it right there on the fly and in real time. So where mobilization of the supply chain is coming in is that you've got, everyone is now carrying smartphones with them. Everyone's carrying tablets. Everyone's carrying, notebook computers. And so what this does is gives them a chance to right there in real time be out managing their workforce and know that something just went wrong, that they needed to know about it so they could then fix it. So what it does is it takes all of the people that work in this environment and untethers them from their work desk. So they're no longer having to be sitting in the office waiting for some report or some email or some alert to show up on their computer system there. It goes off right in their pocket. This person could be traveling from one city to another, stop in between, and he pulls out his phone and says, okay, this is what's going on in my distribution center. This is what's going on with my transportation fleet. So that's why it's so important to all of these people and the clients, and this is why they're pushing it so heavily.
That real-time aspect, no doubt, is extraordinarily important. When you talk to your clients, what are you hearing from them? What are you seeing from them in this area so far?
It was uncanny. In December of this year, 3 of my top clients, all 3 tier 1 retailers, literally within 2-week period called me and said, what are you guys doing in the form of mobile technology for us? And I explained to them exactly what we're up to, and I said, now you tell me what you're hoping to accomplish with this. They said, we want to untether our guys from their desk. Basically, we want to start giving them notepads and smartphones and let them be out actually managing the workforce in the environment where they are. So every one of these, without a fail, across the board, most of our clients were saying they're looking at notepads, they're looking at ruggedized tablets, they're looking at these things, and they're going ahead and buying them and deciding which ones make sense because they're outfitting all of their workers with these devices. Oh, excuse me, not all of their workers, they're managers, if you will.
What I'm hearing here is this is what they want. They come to you and say, this is what we want, but I guess the threshold question here is value. Where is the value where that is being seen in this whole thing?
Great question, and where it comes down to is if I can solve a problem in the moment, in the minute that it's happening, instead of just getting a report that this happened X number of times last week, then I stop all these problems that are going on downstream. So I'm helping fix shorts that are going out the door. I'm helping fix labor issues. I'm helping fix people are on too much indirect labor time. And so all these things, if it shows up in a stat a week later, it's too late to do anything about it. But if I'm hearing about it and can see right here on a mobile device that it's going on right now, I can actually go and take care of that problem before it's all the way, infiltrated the operations, if you will. So that's really what it's about.
Let's talk about levels. How far up in the organization or how far down in the organization are people experiencing or learning about this information that you're talking about because of the mobilization?
Good. We thought when it was first coming on, this would be something that would be reserved for the EVP of Supply Chain Operations and maybe a couple of his soldiers, if you will. The interesting thing is that we're seeing it all the way down to like shift managers and people that are down where you might be a person who you have 7, 8, 10 employees, and that's who you're managing. They're giving these devices down to that level. So it really is at a supervisory level, manager level, and executive level within all of the operations. And that really has surprised us. That wasn't what we expected, at least initially.
Unintended gain. Going forward then, what do you see? Where is this taking us?
It's going to be a continuation of this, but I think also what it's going to be is where companies are starting to to provide information on what's going on within their supply chain, both upstream and downstream to their suppliers and then to their customers. So let's say I am some retail company and you are a big distributor for me. You can give me access via a mobile device to tell me when something critical that's going to affect my supply chain is not going the way it's supposed to. You can give me an advance notice of that, and I can then react to it and make plans that it's not going to happen the way I expected. So it's going to be a matter of sharing that information across company lines. Company lines are going to start to blur there as far as, well, he doesn't work for us, so why would we share that kind of information with him? And it's going into the mobile. So once again, if you're expecting something to happen, or I'm expecting you to do some key shipments for me, and they're not going to happen for some reason, then I have time to react and figure out what my backup plan is going to be on that.
Always in the know. Clearly a great benefit, great value there. Steve, listen, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate it.
That's Steve Hensley, Blue Sky Technologies, and speaking with us today about mobile supply chain visibility. Well, thank you for watching.